Well, I'm retiring, but in retirement, I am going to still be very actively engaged. I know that for some people, retirement means, oh my gosh, finally, I get to go sit down. I used to talk about, I'm just going to be on the porch with my puppies. Well, I don't have puppies. And I really don't sit on my porch. So I'm going to have to do something else. And it probably means I'm going to have to remain engaged. I'm staying on many of the boards I'm involved in. We're not leaving town. Our work is here. And one of the things that plays in my head almost every day is stay true to your assignment. I have an assignment, and I will be attending to that without now much restraints for the rest of my life.
Helen Jones-Kelley is incredible. She has been on the Board of Trustees at Sinclair College for about a decade. She is now transitioning after being term limited off to the Sinclair Foundation. She is a leader with heart and head, both. Such a balanced person, such a balanced leader, and a tremendous mentor and advisor. Helen Jones-Kelley has had impact from left to right, from top to bottom, from leadership positions that she has had in health and human services for many, many years. She has had probably some of the greatest impact that anyone has had in that realm, in this community in the last 20, 30 years. One of the great things about Helen is you could take anything to her. When she was on the board of Sinclair, I would have some really tricky problems, as you can imagine, over time. And it didn't matter if it was about people or money or animals or trucks or whatever it was, she always approached her advice to dealing with those matters with great thoughtfulness, great maturity, great emotional intelligence, and just overall great balance. Helen, congratulations to you for having a great career, for making so many lives better. Thousands upon thousands of people have had their lives impacted by you. We wish you all the best and thank you for everything. And you're not going far. I expect to be interfacing with you for many, many more years. Thanks, Helen.
Hi, Helen. I am so happy for you because this is well deserved. You have been such a gem for this gem city. We appreciate you more than you will ever know. My time working with you was monumental. We faced some drastic tragedies together with the Oregon shooting, where you and your team established pop up shops for people to go to for counseling, for post traumatic depression, for stress, for grieving. And when the tornado hit, you and your team worked with uh, the Latter day Saints Church on Shiloh Springs Road to establish a one stop shop area for people who had lost things so they would know where to go to get new IDs, to help with rental. It's amazing. The Red Cross, everything you have done has been simply amazing. I have watched Adamus go to national conventions and come home with numerous awards. And I also watched Adamus be a hub for smaller Adamus boards throughout this area where their information could be shared. So the list of things you've done has been just monumental. And I call you my sister from from another mother. I just wish you the best of everything, and I am so hoping that you will give your brain, which is always working, which is always trying to find resolutions, a rest, and that you enjoy everything that is being said about you today, because the accolades can't even begin to describe Helen. I thank you so much for allowing me to work with you. Love you. Bye-bye.
Congratulations, Helen, on your retirement, which is very well deserved considering all you've done for folks across Ohio and here in the Miami Valley. As the president of your law school alma mater, the University of Dayton, it's remarkable to me how much you have embodied Brother Ray's phrase, learn, lead, and serve. Certainly a widely recognized, highly respected leader. But what you have chosen to use your leadership, where you have focused your talents, is on others, and not just others, those who are at the outskirts of society, those who are challenged, those who are marginalized, those who need support. What you have done for others is simply remarkable and a sign of the kind of person you are. So we are indeed your proud alma mater. I wish you the very best. You've done so much for UD in addition to the community, your interaction with our students, your willingness to come and lecture in class, your service on our advisory councils, all have made a real difference here at UD. So I wish you the very best. You deserve rest and relaxation, although I suspect you'll be volunteering in probably too many places. So best of luck in retirement, and God bless you.
Helen has been a passionate and an unwavering advocate for children and families facing the most challenging barriers to health and well-being. She has used her role as a leader of public agencies, both in mental health and in child welfare, to identify barriers and work her hardest to use those agencies to do good, to lift up our families and our individuals facing these challenges and look for ways to help them lead a better life. She has been a role model for all of us who have been in government and those of us in the nonprofit arena too, that shows us that there is a way to use public dollars to improve the lives and to use those services to really make a difference. She really has a talent for elevating public systems and being able to use them in a way that does improve the quality of services that people get. She's been an inspiration to all of us in so many ways. Her legacy is long-lasting and is really seen in the faces and the lives of the countless children, families, and individuals she's touched. It has been a privilege to work alongside Helen for over 30 years. Her positivity is something that lifts us all up. I really can't remember a time where Helen didn't walk into a room with a smile and an encouraging word. And in this work, that's really important. It can be discouraging sometimes. Sometimes we feel that no matter how hard we try, we're not moving the needle. But Helen always looks at things with glass half full. She's always identifying new ways, new approaches to make the work be more effective and to go farther, whether the challenges are financial or whether they are other barriers. She's always looking for ways around them. As Helen moves on to her next chapter, I have no doubt she will remain a powerful voice in the Dayton region for those that need our help, those that have been marginalized, those that have had barriers to their success and their ability to thrive. She will continue to play an active role in the community and in organizations nationwide where she can make a difference. Her commitment to this community, her commitment to her fellow citizens is not changing. The place that she goes every day may change. She may not be leading an agency, but her voice will continue to be heard and her impact will continue to be felt. Helen and I worked together in Montgomery County during a period of time where the Child Welfare Agency, Children's Services, was going through a lot of challenges and a lot of transition. We both participated in the Child Protection Task Force, and again, it was her voice, her passion for kids, her experience as a leader of CASA that was able to bring some real life experiences, some actual in-the-trench know-how to how we could reform the program and really make Montgomery County's Child Welfare Agency one that we could all be proud of. Again, so many kids have had their lives improved because Helen led that agency. I also was part of working with Helen when we built the Haynes Center, which is the Children's Service Center, Administrative Center, and the focus that she had on making that facility work for the staff that were going to be there, to make it an efficient and place that was both family friendly and staff friendly, was something I was always impressed with.
Congratulations, Helen, on your so well-deserved retirement. I'm so sorry I can't be there with you and your friends and family tonight to celebrate, as I'm out of town with my family, but I'm so happy to have a minute or two to share some thoughts. Helen, when I think about your role in our community and your community service, there's no better description than servant leader. It's never about you and always about lifting others. For a decade, you've so willingly stepped forward to help and give your leadership to literally dozens of organizations throughout our community. Sinclair, Miami Valley Hospital, Premier, Parity, the Links, the Urban League, CASA, a Special Wish Foundation, the Dayton Foundation, and the list goes on and on. The greater Dayton community is better because of you, because of your caring and dedicated leadership. Personally, whenever I would call with a problem, something I needed, advice on a community project, you never said no. This was best exemplified when I asked you to serve on the oversight committee for the victims of the Oregon District shootings. You didn't hesitate for a second. You said, "I'm all in, how can I help?" You've always been such a strong advocate for those without a voice, for those who are at risk for being left behind. What a wonderful, wonderful legacy. Our community is so much stronger, Helen, because of you. Thank you for who you are and for all you've done to make Dayton a better place for all of us. Congratulations, Helen.
Helen, I am so happy for you. I'm right behind you, my friend. I was asked to say a few words, but when I thought about what I was going to say, there really are no words that could put together the package, the magic that you. There'll be plenty who are going to talk about the boards that you sat on, all of the work that you've done for the community. But what I want to talk about is how much you've influenced our work. Drug, alcohol addiction, mental health services, those are all things that are important and relevant in our community. And it is the way you led with grace in the space that gave us all the courage to follow you. Congratulations, my friend. I wish you nothing but the best.
Helen, I can't thank you enough for everything that you've given this community and everything that you've given to me. When I was really young in this community, I had a lot of questions about mental health, about substance use disorder, and I called and reached out, and you called me back, and we met. And you were helpful, and you were useful, and you gave me time. You also gave me resources and people to call and people to speak to. And you didn't have to, but you did. And then we became to have this wonderful, beautiful relationship. And maybe you would ask me to come and teach a class at UD, or you would maybe ask you to help out in an event through Adamus. And I can't thank you enough for your trust in me. The work that Adamus does in creating shade for the lonely, tired, broken, and afraid in our community is immense. And the lives that were saved and the marriages that are restored and the lives that are redeemed are incredible. And a lot of those are because of the hard work of the people inside the organization, which you lead. Your fingerprints are all over this community. And I'm grateful for everything that you've done. Thank you for the impacting of the lives of our community. Thank you for giving back to me. And thank you for giving back to all of us. You will be missed. Thank you.
So Helen, I salute you today and really thank God for giving us the opportunity to get to know each other really well. I think probably at the outset, I learned to understand who you were as a leader of a prominent organization that serviced the community, and my organization sought a grant that you were able to support us with. And so in that sense, professionally, I got to know you as a leader who did great work. during the pandemic, I saw another side of you because you were very careful to bring all of the nonprofits that were being supported through Adamus to a weekly meeting on Mondays where we just talked about how we were feeling and processed all of the challenges that many of us were facing as we faced the unknown during the pandemic. And there was just such a beautiful spirit that you brought. Your laughter, your joy, your way of helping us all kind of calm down and get centered was just such a revealing aspect of your character and who you are as a person. Our work in the Dayton chapter of the Links then allowed me to see yet another side as you were the president of our chapter and I was vice president. So we got to walk hand in hand, and at all times I saw you walk with integrity. I saw your love for people, your love for women, your love for families, and the empathy that you had for people who were struggling. The messages that you sent, also carefully crafted. You're a brilliant woman with a deep heart, great laughter and love. You enjoy and love your family. And now it's time for family, friends, professionals, all who have been engaged with you over the years to pour that same love and esteem upon you as you go into this next chapter of life. I pray that you enjoy it, that you rest a bit, that you enjoy the time that you spend celebrating your grandchildren and travel and do all the things that matter to you, because you have certainly given much and poured out so much to all of us. God bless you and congratulations.
When I retire, because that day's going to come, when I retire, I hope to leave in place a legacy that says she really cared. She put herself into the space to really learn and to make a difference, and that she left this great team that's going to carry on that legacy.